Hey, what's up, guys? We are doing some hauling today. Got some wheat to ship out. We're at my brother's yard, not at the main yard. Yeah, we're getting this one bin empty. It's like 13,000 bushels of wheat. Contract's ready to be shipped. The elevator's like an hour and a half round trip. So if I do 3 loads a day, it won't take long to get this done. Bit of a gloomy day today. Not much else to do except work in the shop and haul some grain. We are at 36. We will be full and legal once we hit 60. So still got a few tons of wheat to go on. We are fully loaded and ready to hit the road. Just want to show you, this is a small yard and it ain't a super big yard, but you know, can't haul with anything smaller than a super big. So I was loading way over there and I've got to back up all the way here, all the way there, and then head out there. The approach is out there. It is real tight for a super bee, and backing up ain't easy. But we're gonna build a gravel road out and around. We just were too busy this fall to get that done, but next year, always next year. Of course, everything is white, so you can hardly see where you're going. I'm gonna have to put you down for this one. That is not a super bee yard. Sure is tight, but we got her. Heading off to G3 in Glenlee, Manitoba, with this load of number 1 CWRS spring wheat. By the main farmyard. My brother's out there working in the shop. Well, I'll haul grain. That's the deal. I'll haul it, he'll fix it. I'll break it, he'll fix it. Finish probing. Onto the pit now. Oh, look at that. There is someone here. Oh, and they're done. That's not bad. I arrived at the perfect time. This guy in front of me is just leaving, and truck just showed up behind me. Just beat him. Got lucky today. Ooh. Gotta drop my airbags before I let all this weight off real quick. This facility is long enough I can have all 4 dumping at the same time. Then I don't have to move, but you can't have them all wide open, otherwise it fills up. Ready to hit the road. I was about 62 and a half tons, or 62.2, so I'm legal to 62.5, so pretty good. Can't complain with that. In and out, did 2 loads today, and have another couple to do tomorrow. Back to the highway. See you tomorrow. We are back at the main yard, fueling up. Gonna put some of this shit in because the roads are a mess. I'm gonna park it, plug it in, and do it all over again tomorrow. See ya. Today my brother is out trucking and I am going to start working on the 495. We use this thing year round on an auger, and in the summer it's getting a lot of use on the bush mower, trimming around fields, all that. And in the past it's always just been filters, get it out the door, but it's winter, I'm in charge of maintenance, and so we are doing a deep dive. Currently I am draining the fuel tank because every year when we're mowing around fields, it's two weeks of hard work and there's some debris in that tank, and before we finish mowing fields, this thing 9 times out of 10 starts starving for fuel. We'll just blow back a line, keep going, but I'm tired of that being the case. So drop the fuel tank, and then I have a list that I made up on the whiteboard here. I got this whiteboard last year. I use it for anyone. They can write on their shopping list, or if there's any equipment that needs fixing so that I know, they can mark it down. But here's my list for the 495. It's a pretty comprehensive list that I did an inspection on. So I am gonna fix some electrical issues. The dash is having, I need the 4-ways to work because we're often on the highway with them, so I gotta pull the seat, change full filters, clean up the engine because we had a fire on it mid-season and I rewired the harness, but it's still a bit of a mess. Now that this is all taken apart like this, I'm gonna rewire a trailer plug on here because he used to have one and we need one. And I'll probably get in here and try and clean all this up really good now that it's apart. All right, so this is what I found, among other things. I guess someone was fueling it up and they dropped this. There's a bunch of other like material in there too, but that's pretty nice. Now I'm gonna take this to the car wash. I'll clean it up. I gotta pick up a bunch of filters for the tractor, and I will be back and finish doing some service. This tractor, like many others, does have a diff lock. 4 or 5 years ago it broke though, which this lever is your diff lock, and this rod goes to the back of the diff and actuates it. It broke. You can see there I welded it back together because they no longer make them. So now I just gotta adjust it to the right length, and that's back working, which is nice because we've missed having that. All right, well, we're at the car wash now, and we're gonna clean that tank out and run a lot of water through it. Look at that, you can see the debris coming out. I have got all my filters now for the 495, engine oil, 2 fuel filters, and then hydraulic filter, which is this. It's a container style filter right back here. Same as most of these internationals. So we're gonna quickly change all those filters, new oil, and then I've got my solvent gun and a pail of solvent, and we'll start cleaning things off front to back and see if we can't find some oil leaks as well. So on the farm, I mean, we used to always use those band clamps to remove filters, but now all I use is a pair of water pump pliers, and they are universal. You don't need multiple sizes. They work so well. That is all I use, a big set of water pump pliers. It'll take off any filter you need, and it's probably easier in the long run as well. The last filter we have to do is the hydraulic filter. It's canister style, so bypass valve, cartridge filter, and the canister, and it bolts on right here. Now we're just tightening this canister on. So in the process of removing that fuel tank and the sender, taking it out, I destroyed the gasket that was in there. So we just have a roll of gasket material on hand because often we're having to rebuild gaskets or whatever. So I am gonna cut out a piece, make a gasket, and start putting this fuel tank back on. So now before we put it in, we're gonna quickly just check and make sure that it works. So if you guys ever want to check a fuel sender to diagnose whether it's the sender or the wiring, you just get a multimeter, put it on resistance. We got one on the positive for the sending unit, and then we'll just hook one up to the metal base for the ground. So you can see that. The resistance changes as I go here. But you can see when it gets to the bottom here, it goes open. So we'll have to get a new sender at some point and just change it out. All right, well, I think we got everything done on this tractor that I was hoping to do. I got pretty fabby with it. Added this little 4-way or this 7-way plug because there's a few things that could use it. I'm gonna pull it outside and check the diff lock. I might need to adjust that, but then other than that, 495 is ready to go out for another year's worth of hard work.